Hello everyone, this is Luigi, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Katawa Shoujo. I'm sorry for my mic being so quiet in the first part, but now it should be corrected. Anyway, let's continue on. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hee-chan. We've got to hurry already, since there's a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Wait, the teacher said I have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. We join the flow of students making their way down to a stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out two senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to a smaller building right next to our school. It's built in the same style, and it looks actually like the main part of the building. This is the auxiliary building here. There's lots of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' office. They even have a swimming pool. How is that official? Don't be silly, Hee-chan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with actual education. I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in, hoping that this really will be a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left, there's green cross with text, nurse's office, head nurse, and a nameplate. A voice from inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not as large and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around in his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is flowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Hello there, what can I do for you today? He is a young-looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples on his cheek wash that impression away as he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Well, yes I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by that, my name, or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing that I should probably grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation and snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai! I was just reading your file this morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in his vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yeah. Good. Well, you've been briefed about the school already, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities here, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always some of my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. His joke feels so out of place I'm left thinking why he even said that. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, not all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging from all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So you already have the medication for arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening or it won't help much at all. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins at his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did out of the burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be dangerous to your heart, for risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There is no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestep the question acceptably, as he glances at me over his papers with more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such as available, but I don't think you need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walk or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming maybe? There's a pool here. So I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before, you just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags a finger to emphasize the point. No need really, I've heard 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good, that's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. I'm ushered out before I even realize. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although my eyes, they look the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gates or their dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going, and yet I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at this special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere to prevent me from getting lost. Now, you may have noticed a change in where the music was. That's because I had to get up to get a drink of water. My throat's getting kind of raw. Anyway, I should go somewhere to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and an overbearing smell of fresh-cut grass that fills the atmosphere. Now, I can't tell if these are actual pictures or if it's art. So, if you know, I'd love to know if it was actual pictures or just drawn art. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been inside for all that long. The dorm building is big and it's made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for elevators at the end of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet and shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The name plates on the door adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are only 2 of us here. Light shines from the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello? Is anyone home? From inside I hear a few movements, then the clicking of the door, way more locks than I thought that these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He is looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans closer in me until our noses are almost touching. His breath reeks of garlic. Hisao Nakai. I'm moving into the next door. I thought I should introduce my... His face suddenly brightens in realization, and he stands upright, thrusting his hand into his smiling greeting. I almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup dude? My name's Kenji. Ah, hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a bit rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious looking characters going in and out of your room earlier. It was probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? Because it could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me? I don't think I could trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about it for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer in, and I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around in this moment to search for the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock, marked on door 119. Bleak, beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, and ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal, like my hospital room was. The bags are sitting on the floor of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stacked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi, Hee-chan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kinda hoped I would've. Then there would've been something to do. It's still too early. I put down the note on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. This restless urge keeps growing until I have to stand up again. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming the entire day too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to restrict myself somehow, or so I won't be unnatural this whole time. Tomorrow I'm going to borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, the bottles of medication neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. I pick one up and shake it to hear the contents rattle inside, then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Hisao Nakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kinda twisted having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that I start staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across the room like fingers. The sheets feeling more comfortable, warm against the nest like against the chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness as the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the third room this year I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that, indeed, it's me who's supposed to be the one living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop the tablet from the foil sheet. I down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform makes me feel like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh clothing against my back is a good one. A natural one. It feels like a school uniform, as it should, but it's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for the other things too. So far this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter and Chisane's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I don't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. Alright, I'm going to pause the recording here. I hope you guys have enjoyed part 2 of Katawa Shoujo. I'm sorry for having to take so many breaks and coughing and all that jazz. I don't know what's up, but anyway, I hope to see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed. Catch you later.